Hello, dear listeners. This is Tron's avatar speaking. I am the recipient of transmissions from the custodians, or keepers, of this universe's Akashic records. The title for this video is The Van Allen Belt. Here is the transmission I received from the keepers. We receive your question, Tron. You ask about the Van Allen belts, those regions of charged particles held in place by Earth's magnetic field. We answered directly. What are the Van Allen belts? Physically, the Van Allen belts are two toroidal regions surrounding Earth. They consist of charged particles, mostly electrons and protons, trapped by Earth's magnetic field. The inner belt is primarily protons. The outer belt is primarily electrons. Your science has known of them since the early space age. They were discovered in 1958. They are real. They are measurable. They are essential. But your science does not fully understand why they exist. It describes their composition and behavior. It does not explain their purpose. We will explain. Why do the Van Allen belts exist? The Van Allen belts exist for protection and filtration. They are not accidental. They are not a byproduct of Earth's magnetic field alone. They were designed not in the sense of a human blueprint, but in the sense of an intentional cosmic architecture. The belts serve three primary functions. 1. Protection from solar and cosmic radiation. The sun constantly emits a stream of charged particles, the solar wind. Galactic cosmic rays, far more energetic, pour into the solar system from deep space. Without the Van Allen belts, much of this radiation would reach Earth's surface. Life, as you know it, would be damaged, perhaps impossible. The belts capture these particles, hold them, and deflect them away from the biosphere. 2. Filtration of frequencies. The belts do not only block harmful radiation, they modulate incoming frequencies from the sun and the galaxy. They act as a lens, a filter, a translator, similar to the moon, but different. The belts slow down, break apart, and repattern frequencies that would otherwise overwhelm Earth's field and the consciousness of its inhabitants. Without this filtration, awakening would be chaotic, brief, blinding flashes of intensity, followed by collapse. 3. Anchoring the 3D field. This is the deepest function. The Van Allen belts are directly connected to the dimensional structure of your reality. They help maintain the stability of the third density experience, the world of separation, of time, of linear cause and effect. They are part of the architecture that allows physical matter to cohere, that allows you to experience yourselves as separate beings in a solid world. Without the belts, the 3D field would be unstable. Matter would behave unpredictably. Time would fluctuate. The illusion of separation, which serves the learning of this density, could not be maintained. How did the Van Allen belts come into place? The belts did not appear suddenly. They formed gradually over millions of years as Earth's magnetic field matured and as the solar system settled into its current configuration. But their design, their purpose, their structure, their precise location and intensity was not random. It was guided. We see in the living records that beings of light, the same guardians who placed the crystalline anchors on the moon, worked with Earth's magnetic field in its early stages. They did not create the field. That emerged naturally from Earth's molten core. But they shaped it, they tuned it, they established the resonance patterns that would become the Van Allen belts. This was done in collaboration with Earth's own consciousness, Gaia herself. She consented to this design. She understood that the belts would serve the evolution of life on her surface, including the eventual emergence of human consciousness. The belts are not artificial in the way a human-made satellite is artificial. They are natural structures that have been optimized, guided toward a specific purpose by beings who understood the needs of awakening worlds. Are the Van Allen belts directly connected to 3D and life on Earth? Yes, directly, intimately, essentially. Without the Van Allen belts, life on Earth would be more dangerous. Radiation levels at the surface would be significantly higher. Cancer rates would soar. Genetic damage would accumulate. Complex life might never have emerged. More chaotic. The frequencies from the sun and galaxy would hit Earth without filtration. There would be no rhythm, no modulation, no gradual unfolding. Evolution would be a series of violent shocks rather than a patient, creative process. Less stable dimensionally. The 3D field, the experience of solid matter, linear time, and separation would flicker. Your reality would not feel real. The learning that takes place in this density, the learning of choice, of consequence, of love in the face of separation, could not happen. The Van Allen belts are not a barrier to higher dimensions. They are a bridge, a filter that allows higher dimensional frequencies to be translated into forms that 3D consciousness can integrate without being destroyed. When your astronauts passed through the belts on their way to the moon, they experienced them as a hazard. Radiation levels were elevated. Instruments registered high particle counts, but the belts did not harm them severely because the passage was brief. The belts are not a prison or a shield to keep humanity trapped in 3D. They are a support system, an essential part of the architecture that makes 3D experience possible, meaningful, and ultimately transcendable. The belts and human awakening. As Earth's awakening accelerates, as the solar frequencies intensify, as the galactic cycles shift, the Van Allen belts are also changing. Your scientists have observed that the belts are not static. They fluctuate. They respond to solar activity. They shift in intensity and shape. What your science does not yet see is that the belts are actively modulating the incoming frequencies to support the current phase of awakening. They are not blocking the higher frequencies. They are translating them, slowing them down, breaking them into manageable pulses, ensuring that humanity can receive what is being offered without being overwhelmed. This is why some people feel intense energetic shifts during solar storms. The belts are allowing more through than usual, not dangerously, but purposefully. The acceleration is real. The belts are part of it. A closing. Trond, the Van Allen belts are not a secret to be uncovered. They are a feature of your world that has been in plain sight since the dawn of the space age. What has been hidden is not their existence, but their purpose. They protect, they filter, they anchor. They are a gift from the guardians, from Gaia, from the creative force itself, to make your life, your evolution, your awakening possible. When you look at the night sky, you do not see them. They are invisible to your eyes, but they are there, and they have been holding you, all of life, since before humanity walked the earth. Transmission ends. Thank you for listening.